Tonight, President Donald Trump's first one-on-one interview since taking office, accusations of voter fraud, Obamacare, and immigration.
Mexico's president responding and rejecting President Donald Trump's decision to build a border wall between the two countries, what he said in a televised address.
And closer to home, students and their university learn how to stand up and be counted. This is KRCR News Channel 7 at 11.
You're watching KRCR News Channel 7 at 11. Get the facts right.
New this hour, President Donald Trump's first one-on-one interview since taking office. Good evening and glad you're with us tonight. I'm Allison Woods.
And I'm Brent Weber. The president defends this week's actions that follow campaign promises about health care and immigration in an interview with ABC News' David Muir. Mr. Trump offered no new proof to support voter fraud allegations, once again called Obamacare a disaster, and compared the violence in Chicago to Afghanistan. But tonight's interview with ABC's David Muir hit closest to home in California when he was asked if he plans to deport young students, undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. by their parents.
They shouldn't be very worried. They are here illegally. They shouldn't be very worried. I do have a big heart. We're going to take care of everybody. We're going to have a very strong border. We're going to have a very solid border. Where you have great people that are here that have done a good job, they should be far less worried. We'll be coming out with policy on that over the next period of 4 weeks.
Earlier in the day, President Trump continued his aggressive tightening of the nation's immigration controls, signing executive actions to jumpstart construction of his promised U.S.-Mexico border wall.
Ultimately, it'll come out of what's happening with Mexico. We're going to be starting those negotiations relatively soon, and we will be in a form reimbursed by Mexico, which I've always said.
So they'll pay us back?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And new in the last few hours, Mexico's president said he rejects President Donald Trump's decision to build a border wall and repeated that his country would not pay for it. Mexico's president took on the issue in a televised address saying, quote, "I regret and reject the decision of the United States to continue building a wall that for years, far from uniting us, divides us. Mexico does not believe in walls. I have said it over and over again. Mexico will not pay for any wall." He also said, quote, "Where there is a Mexican migrant at risk that requires our support, there must be and there should be your country." Earlier today, an official told the Associated Press that he is considering scrapping a meeting planned with President Donald Trump on January 31st. Well, leaders of California's university systems have repeatedly vowed to protect their international students.
Colleges like Chico State are defined by their multicultural population. And tonight, an event was held to help students better understand their rights. Tennyson Coleman tells us what he learned on campus tonight.
President Donald Trump announced Wednesday his administration is moving forward with plans to build a wall along the southern border of the United States. He also said that federal funding would be stripped from sanctuary cities. Now, Chico State, where I'm standing right now, isn't officially called a sanctuary campus, but it functions like one. Tonight, students are gearing up to fight Donald Trump's stance on immigration. Less than a week into Donald Trump's presidency, in which he's vowed to unite the country, but as we've seen over the last few days, it won't be an easy task. The country remains divided on several issues, including immigration, and President Trump's firm stance scares some at Chico State.
Since I'm Mexican, I don't really agree with what Trump is trying to do.
I think it's obviously very discouraging. I think we can all respond in a variety of emotions: anger, frustration.
Wednesday night, in response to the nation's boiling political climate, the school hosted an event called Activism 411.
The best thing right now that people could do is just peaceful protests, try to keep it civil.
Aiming to give students and community members the tools they'll need to fight for the causes they believe in. In Chico, Tennyson Coleman, KRCR News, Channel 7.
New this hour, President Donald Trump expected to turn back to the economy tomorrow. Signing a notice to Congress, he plans to start bilateral trade negotiations with most of the countries in the Trans-Pacific Partnership Pact.
And we are seeing those temperatures fall to the low 40s for most of the valley at this hour, but you'll notice Chico down to 39 degrees at the latest update, 33 degrees in Hayfork. And we'll see most of the valley to make a run at the mid to low 30s by tomorrow morning. So you'll need that jacket as you head out the door. But we are tracking more sunshine for your Thursday and also warmer afternoon highs, expecting most of the valley to make it up to the mid 50s tomorrow. So about 5 to 6 degrees warmer than what we saw today. We've been tracking cloud cover all day today. You'll notice still seeing some clouds and even some very light precipitation moving in from out of the west northwest. A lot of this evaporating before it reaches the ground, but we have been tracking some out snow showers throughout the evening hours, and those will continue to fall apart through the rest of the overnight period. We do have a ridge of high pressure building in over the next 3 to 4 days. It will bring above normal afternoon highs by this weekend and sunny skies, but with that stable atmosphere in place, could see some morning fog developing throughout the North State. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Rob. That breaking the weather, good news for ongoing repair.